I picked up the Progress of Truth book right in front of several ordinators, without being seen. I cannot believe the power of this ring of Khajiit. Also, I have really been focusing on training in stealth this past while. Combined, it would seem that I can steal anything. There are several things that have needed being stolen in front of other people, and I did not have the skill and magical means to do so, but that certainly has changed. I have to steal the Proplon Index that was donated to the Margan Shrine and the Redoran Master Helm in the Counselor's bedroom in Aldrune. These should be easy now with my new capabilities. As I said before, nothing will hold me back. There are no limits. I can imagine how far in the Thieves Guild I can go now. Julan wants to go to the Ghost Gate and to venture past it. The kid has been a good companion. No, a good friend. I should give him more credit. He's so naive in many ways, especially his personality, than I was at his age, but he's much better in combat than I was back then. I have trained him to be good with his longsword. Now he could show me tips with his shield, as he's better at it than I am, but we'll get to that eventually. With this new Daedric weapon I have, I'm confident that that thing beyond the Ghost Gate on Red Mountain will be destroyed. I guess that place tested us both, though I went in through charging sword first, while Julan couldn't bring himself to enter Red Mountain himself. I will read the Progress of Truth first before we do anything. It seems like a rather important book, especially if the Tribunal Temple has banned it in most places. What could be in there that is so heretical? Notes from Holia. Was this not the... That was the Argonian. Yeah, Argonian. History of the Ashlanders and the Neverine Cult. In the First Era, barbaric Dunmer culture settled Dunmer clans, the Great Houses, and nomadic Dunmer tribes, like the Ashlanders, were roughly equal in numbers and wealth. Under the civilized peace of the Grand Council, and with the strong central authority of the Temple, the economic and military power of the settled Dunmer quickly outstripped that of the nomadic Dunmer. The nomadic Dunmer were marginalized into the poorest, most hostile land, in particular into the Varnfell Wastes. For the Ashlanders, the return of a reincarnated Nerevar represents a longed-for and largely romanticized golden age of Nerevar's peace, when the nomadic tribes enjoyed equality with the settled Dunmer, and before the Dunmer people had, for the most part, abandoned traditional ancestor worship for the autocratic theocracy of the Tribunal Temple. Nerevar of the Ashlanders. This is the story of Nerevar as an Ashlander might tell it. In ancient days, the Deep Elves and a great host of Outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. I guess the Deep Elves would be the Dwemer, is what they call them. Outlanders from the west. Does that mean the Ashlanders? I don't know. Steal the land of the Dunmer. In that time, Nerevar was the great Khan and war leader of the House people, but he honored the ancient spirits and the tribal law, and became as one of us. So when Nerevar pledged upon his great ring of the ancestors, one clan, under moon and star, to honor the ways of the spirits and rights of the land, all the tribes joined the house people to fight a great battle at Red Mountain. Okay, so he's not talking... Ancient days of Deep Elves have to be the Dwemer, and a great host of Outlanders from the west came to steal the land of the Dunmer. Would the Outlanders from the west be the Nords? But they sided with the Deep Elves. The Dunmer did. I don't know, it's kind of confusing. Though many Dunmer tribesmen and housemen died at Red Mountain, the Dwemer were defeated and their evil magics destroyed, and the Outlanders driven from the land. Okay, so they were talking about the Dwemer. There were two battles there, and I'm kind of confused. Traditionally, there was one, where the Nords were driven out by the Dwemer and the Chimer at the time. But now you're speaking about the Dwemer being destroyed from the Dunmer. But that would have to be the Chimer. Maybe they just got a few words confused, but there was a war against the Dwemer from the Dunmer. There was fighting between them before the Nords came. That's in the official histories, but I don't know, I'm confused. But after this great victory, the power-hungry Khans of the great houses slew Nerevar in secret, and setting themselves up as gods, neglected Nerevar's promises to the tribes. But it is said that Nerevar will come again with his ring and cast down the false gods, and by the power of his ring will make good his promises to the tribes to honor the spirits and drive the outsiders from the land. Now the outsiders could be considered the Empire. But we've only been here for they have only been here for 400 years approximately, just over 400 years. It is the year 427. Third Era, and the Empire began, I guess, in the year 0? Year 1? The Tribunal Temple regards the mysticism and prophecy of the Nerevarine cult as primitive superstition. The Ashlander ancestor cults, and the Nerevarine in particular, have always decried the worship of living Dunmer as abominations. suspecting the unnatural lifetimes of the Tribunal to be signs of profane sorcery or necromancy. Though the authoritarian and intolerant temple priesthood has always been inclined to tolerate Ashlander ancestor cult practices, they have always threatened Nerevarine claimants with death or imprisonment. And while generally tolerant of various cult worships, the Imperial Commission of the Occupation outlaws cults hostile to the Emperor and the Empire and threatens members of such cults with imprisonment or death. The Ordinators are allowed a free hand when dealing with outlawed cults like the Nerevarine. Peakstar and other incarnates in the past. In the past, others have claimed to be the reincarnated Nerevar of prophecy. The most recent is known as Peakstar, a mysterious figure who has reportedly appeared and disappeared among the Waste tribes over the last 30 years. The Temple notes that these false incarnates discredit the Nerevarine prophecies. Singularly and illogically, the Ashlanders acknowledge a history of false claimants, calling them failed incarnates, but they regard them as proof of the validity of the prophecies, rather than contradiction. Among the Nerevarine, there is a fable of a cavern of the incarnates where the spirits of the failed incarnates dwell. The Nerevarine cult is a mystical cult, and it glorifies rather than shrinks from contradictions. Very interesting. That's notes from Halia. So, Progress of Truth. Progress of Truth, compiled by the dissident priests, or are they? Excerpt. Concerning the points of temple doctrine challenged by the dissident priests. 1. The divinity of the tribunal. Temple doctrine claims their apotheosis was miraculously achieved through questing, virtue, knowledge, testing, and battling with evil. That's what I've learned. I guess it's all through the temple doctrine. Temple doctrine claims their divine powers and immortality are ultimately conferred as a communal judgment by the Dunmer ancestors, including, among others, the good Daedra, the prophet Veloth, the Saint Nerevar. Dissident priests ask whether Dagoth Ur's powers and the Tribunal's powers might ultimately derive from the same source, Red Mountain. What? Sources in the Apocrypha suggest that the Tribunal relied on profanely enchanted tools to achieve godhead, and that those unholy devices were the ones originally created by the ungodly Dwemer sorcerer Kagranak to create the false construct Numidium. 2. The purity of the Tribunal. The dissident priests say that the temple has always maintained a public face, represented by the Hieroglypha, the priestly writings, and a hidden face, represented by the Apocrypha, the hidden writings. The public account portrays the actions of the Tribunal in a heroic light, while the hidden writings reveal secrets, untruths, inconsistencies, conflicting accounts, and varying interpretations which hint at darker and less heroic motives and actions of the tribunes. In particular, conflicting accounts of the Battle of Red Mountain raise questions about the Tribunal's conduct and about the source of their subsequent apotheosis. Also, there is good evidence that the Tribunal have been concealing the true nature of the threat posed by Dagoth Ur at Red Mountain, misleading the people about the Tribunal's ability to protect Morrowind from Dagoth Ur, and concealing a recent dramatic diminishing of the Tribunal's magical powers. Temple accounts of the Battle of Red Mountain. Ashlander tradition does not place the Tribunal at Red Mountain, and holds that the Dwemer destroyed themselves, rather than that Nerevar destroyed them. Ashlander tradition further holds that Nerevar left Dagoth Ur guarding the profane secrets of Red Mountain while Nerevar went to confer with the Grand Council, the Tribunal, that Nerevar died at the conference, not of his wounds, according to the Ashlanders, but from treachery, and that subsequently the Tribunal confronted a defiant Dagoth Ur within Red Mountain, then drove Dagoth Ur beneath Red Mountain when he would not yield to their will. 4. Veneration of the Daedra, saints and ancestors. While challenging the divinity of the Tribunal, the dissidents do not challenge the sainthood or heroism of the Tribunal. In fact, the dissident priests advocate restoring many of the elements of fundamentalist ancestor worship as practiced by the Ashlanders and by Saint Veloth. Exactly how this would work is debated, inconclusively within the dissident priests. 5. Denial of the prophecies of the Incarnate and the persecution of the Nerevarines. Though no consensus exists among the dissidents about whether the Nerevarine prophecies are genuine, all agree that the persecution of the Nerevarines is unjust and politically motivated. The dissident priests do not reject mysticism, revelation, or prophecy as part of the religious experience. The dissidents have not resolved the issue of true or false insights. They have studied the mysticism of the ancestors, and Ashlander ancestor cults, in particular, the rites of the Ashlander seers and wise women, and the prophecies of the Incarnate. Many among dissident priests have come to believe that Nerevarine prophecies are genuine and have made a systematic study of prophecies recorded in temple archives. 6. Authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinators. The dissident priests reject the authority of the Archcanon and the Ordinators. The temple hierarchy has been corrupted by self-interest and politics, and no longer acts in the best interests of the temple or its worshippers. The dissident priests believe the Archcanon and Ordinators speak for themselves, not for the Tribunal. 7. The Inquisition and the use of terror and torture by the Ordinators. I know that one well. Within the temple hierarchy, it is an open secret that the Ordinators rely on abduction, terror, torture, and secret imprisonment to discourage heresy and dissent. The dissident priests feel that the Ordinators are either out of control or tools used to maintain a corrupt priesthood and power. 8. Fundamentals of temple doctrine. Charity for the poor, education for the ignorant, protection for the weak. Though the dissident priests acknowledge that most rank-and-file priests honor the best traditions of the temple, they believe that many priests in higher ranks are interested more in love of authority and luxury than in the welfare of the poor, weak, and ignorant. Wow. What do you think about that? I hope you're not going to go make me go shopping. No. There's a lot to think about. Anyways, that's what I have to give to Caius. Let's go to Red Mountain. Recall. Well, it worked. That is a lot to think about. I think at the heart of it is at the Tribunal. Almalexia, Sothisil, and Vivek have gained their powers from the same tool that the Dwemer used. I remember it being said, Vivek said that he didn't want them to use the tools, but they may have used it. I wonder, speaking of where... Hello.
What do you want of me, Outlander?
Turn into night, Outlanders. Saints may not need sleep, but their servants certainly do. Okay, so you don't give duties. I'm not sure. I've gone up a rank.
Do you have something to say, Outlander?
Have you been lax in your duties? No. Can you give me any duties? I have no duties for anyone under the rank of curate. Okay, can I get an advancement? Temple recognizes you, Sunil Rovane. You are now Sunil Rovane the Adept. Is it possible to get another advancement? No, it's not. So, Adept still does not reach curate. Oh, yeah, I've got to find my way out of here. So, to the right. Hey, Julan, we're here, the Ghost Gate. It is pretty late. Oh yeah, forgot how to open it. Well, we're here. Can you do it? Ghost Gate is okay, except for all the Ordinators. Those swits make themselves far too seriously. Can you do the Ghost Gate now? Yeah, it's where the temple defends the gateway to Red Mountain is. I've spent over a week here, and they know me pretty well. Okay. I'm not afraid of it. That was pretty eerie. You can do this? Where did we go? We're finally in Red Mountain. Wow, let's head for the Ghost Gate entrance. I know the way from there. Okay, we are here. You want to lead? Julan, you can stop now. We're here.
Is there something
Right, we're here. This is it. It's unlikely we'll meet again, so all I can say is thank you for everything. Wait a minute. What do you plan to do here? I told you. I can't talk about it. Don't give me that. You expect me just to leave you here with no explanation? Well, yes. Why would you care anyways? I'm worried you might get yourself killed. Get myself killed? Why would I do that? Look, your concern is touching, but I told you I'm ready for this now. Ready for what, though? Gah, you and your questions. You're not going to let this drop until I tell you, are you? No, I'm not. Okay, but you have to swear yourself to secrecy. Alright, I guess. Okay, I swear. Well, I'm going to Dagoth-Ur. What? Why? To enter his citadel, hunt him down, and kill him. That seems like it would be a bad idea. A very bad idea. What in Oblivion would you know about it? You said yourself he's the devil. He'll have you on toast. Toast? Well, we'll just see who has who on toast. Look, you have no idea who you're talking to, so just shut up, okay? I'm talking to an idiot Ashlander who, not very long ago, needed saving from clan fears. You're never going to let me hear the end of that, are you? Sheer Gorath. Well, You can think what you like. I'm going up there. Are you coming, or are you scared? You're an idiot, but I'll come and help you if I can. Hopefully by talking you out of it. Ha! Come on, follow me. It's an easy journey. We'll just keep going straight up this path to the top. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? You do realize the Tribunal can't even defeat Dagoth, or what are you going to do? What are we going to do? Thank God, thank the 9. I can cure Blight, but I can't cure Corpus. We can very easily catch the Blight up here. It's blowing from this. Where's that creature? The blighted rat. 2 arrows to the head and it still keeps fighting. This is madness, Julan. He's ignoring me. Everything I've been taught my entire life is not to do this. Dagoth is the devil. Don't you know that? Sorry, what did you say? Guess I didn't say anything. Oh, I could have sworn someone... Never mind then. I don't think he's listening to me at all. He seems a little edgy, but he's not even paying attention to me. This wind isn't helping either.
Die, Fetcher!
Hit it. Oop, moved. This one's blighted, I think. No, it's not. Everything, the color's distorted with everything up here. Blighted creatures are white with red markings. One's not blighted either. What? That thing has Corpus! My regular arrows aren't harming it. Julan, look out behind you! That is something infested with Corpus. That's what you end up looking like. I'm not even going to touch some arrows in it.
Is there something you need?
I don't even want to get close to it. I try to use my bow on those things. That's the first Corpus creature I've ever seen. This was... At one point, it was one of the races of Dunmer, of Tamriel. I mean, Dunmer. I don't know if it was Dunmer or not.
How are you?
Look, I can't hear what you're saying when you whisper like that. I didn't say anything that time either. Don't tease me, alright? I'm trying to concentrate. You hearing voices in your... What is that? It's a Daedra. Oh, what is that? It is shocking me. Die, Daedra! Enough magicka. Those Daedroth is what these are. Take his heart. I have to get better at using magic. Red Mountain is a big place, Julan. I thought maybe he was just going to brave go on the other side and kill something with Corpus. It appears he wants to go kill Dagothur, which is absolutely insane. He's dead. Does he think he's the Nervarine? What's going on? Stop doing that. Doing what? I'm not doing anything. Shilgorath, if you're trying to make me paranoid, it's not working. Just stop it, alright? I'm not making you paranoid. You're doing that all by yourself. Just shut up. Oh. It's another Corpus creature. Julan, pay attention. Don't touch it. Get away from it. This one was some kind of myrrh. Look at the ears. I don't know what's wrong with him. Is he hearing voices? I'm gonna try to heal him. He was a little injured. Regenerate other. There. Now he'll completely heal. His danger sense is up. There's a lot of different pathways I've noticed. Well, I don't see anything. Ugh. That's not a Corpus Stalker. I think that's like that thing that attacked me before. I don't know what this is. It is. It's not Corpus, though. But it reminds me of the thing that chased me out of the Ghost Gate, or Alpha Red Mountain. Passed through the Ghost Gate before. You know, I've heard the crazy thing, that there's still mining operations going on up here. What is it? We should go back. Ah, shut up! I'm not listening to you! Julan, are you even talking to me? Gah! Get away from me! Get out of my head! Can you hear me? What's the matter with you? No, I'm not. Get out. Ah, stop it, you swit. Get out of my head. No, that's not true. That's not why I'm Enderal Neverar. Reborn, and you will not... Julan, listen to me. No, get out of my head. What is wrong with you, Julan? You think that you're a Nerevar? I somehow managed to drag Julan back to the Ghost Gate. You fool. Well, it's late. I'm gonna rest myself. They have a communal
What do you
bed.
want of me, Outlander?
I'll just leave him be. There. I've rented this bed. For the day. It's now daytime. Good long rest. We both need it. The results of hard work and dedication always look like luck to saps, but you know you've earned every ounce of your success. Now let's go find
I am
that.
never too busy for a good talk.
That fool Julan. I don't know why I get confused in here. Maybe I've been in Vivek City for too long. So this should be the thing that connects. This should go to the temple. Yes. And he's on the other side. I don't think he was here. I think he was downstairs. This lead out? Yes. Leads out. This is where he is. I hope he stayed there.
Yes, Outlander, what may I do for you?
No, not in this
Please,
section.
go ahead, Outlander. Yes, Outlander, what may I do?
Greetings.
Over here.
I am at your service.
Oh, he slept the whole way through. Julan. He wasn't answering me before. Ugh. When we started to draw close to the upper slopes of the volcano, Julan started yelling at voices I couldn't hear and collapsed. Well, I wish I could sleep in this bed next to you, but it's actually a crime. They'll report me to the Ordinators. This is not...
Walk with virtue,
They allowed him
Outlander.
to be brought here, but not me. I don't know what to do about him.
What
How
do
may
you
I
want
help
of me,
you,
Outlander?
citizen?
I have no more business here at Red Mountain. I'm gonna have to leave him. I'll return. I've got business in Aldrune, so Almsivi. I hope he's gonna be alright. A lot of things to do in Aldrune. First, I'm curious, since I've gone up a couple ranks, if Tools Valen has more duties for me. Hello. Are you here to serve the temple by performing duties, Adept? Yes, I am. Speak with me again when you have proven yourself in the temple. I have one more thing to ask you, but you are not ready. Until then, speak with Ulu, Laren, and Ghostgate. She doesn't have any duties for me. And Endrin, Lethan, and Vivek. Yes. It means I have to take that quest of silence, or sorry, not quest, the pilgrimage of silence to the north. Which I'm not too keen to do at the moment. Okay, so Aldrune Fighters Guild, he wants me to go north as well. Haven't done that
Yes,
yet.
Outlander.
However, there is that helmet I can take from here. I can also go to Margan and take the Propylon Index. I'm confident that I can do this now. But I have a dagger. It's worth quite a bit, and I know that the enchanter over here has a lot of gold. This is the... This is not this clothier. Is this not the enchanter? Oh, it's the alchemist. It's the second time I made that mistake. And just to be so all is remembered, that is the symbol of House Redoran. It's like a scarab. Maybe it's supposed to represent Aldrune under Scar. So you can see it outside of their headquarters up there. Yes, this enchanter I've sold expensive things to before.
Is there something
I'm on
I
good
can
terms
do for
with him.
You
Hello?
honor me. Do you
Welcome
wish
again
to do
back,
business?
Sunil Relvain. Let's see if you will buy. Actually, I'm curious. You know, how does enchanting work exactly? I need an item, not one of my adamantium pieces. I was thinking something like my shirt, or maybe the Imperial Chain Cuirass, which is nothing to me. I've got a Greater Soul Gem. What about if I put, Fortified Magicka, which I'm quite low on. I'm not like these other mages. Interesting. Give numbers for it, not touch. Self. Well, it doesn't really matter. This is just practice. $808 he charges for that. Maybe I should try with a different soul gem. Got petties. That's all I have is petties on this one. Well, I might as well use a petty. Successfully created an enchanted item. I was hoping for the more rare constant effects, which... yeah, but it just shows me how I'll have to do it in the future. I need a lot of training and enchanting. Okay, so... that was good. You can take this, and I can sell it for your maximum amount. And it didn't cost me anything. Thank you. Got all that gold and 2,000 back on top of it. Now I know
Hello,
save my Daedric items,
May I help
or have any, and then go get things enchanted and sell to them. Get all my gold back that way. All merchants tend to only have a certain amount of gold to keep their gold in more protective sources such as banks. Okay, Okay, so it's over here and to the left. I'm feeling, with this ring, and I guess with this Daedric sword, and all my armor, the ring of the Khajiit, the ring of the wind, I could use a better bow, like a Daedric bow, but my sword and all my armor, I am feeling very powerful. Able to do things that no mortals, no normal people can do. Okay, so guard there. Not sure how long the ring of Khajiit lasts. Where is it? Oh, it's items. It's right.
Your actions.
I suppose
precede
there's
you,
no
I've
harm in talking.
heard
What can I do for
things.
you?
I got it. I got it. No one saw me go in, they just saw me leave, but I'd already packed it away. That's what the Thieves Guild wants. Well, that's what I mean. Things that I couldn't do before, I can now do. I can take anything.
Is there something I...
And no one will even know till they go to look that it's gone. Whew. Well, I have to go to Margon and get that Proplon Index. Gonna go see the thief guildmaster here. The rat in the pot.
Mathsera.
If there is anything
Hello?
I can do, I am humbly at your service.
Do you have that Redoran Master Helm, Black Cap? Did you get it? Yes, here it is. Good work. I hope our client appreciates this. Here, take a little gold for your trouble. Oh, 1,000 gold. Thank you. Is there any way to get an advancement? Congratulations, you're now Snow Relvain the Operative. I've trained a lot. Is there a way to get an even higher advancement? No one questions your skills as a thief, but some question your loyalty. You should do more jobs for your brother thieves. Do you have any more jobs? Gandosa Erebar is a counselor's daughter, if you know what I mean. I hear she's got a copy of Boethia's pillow book. Gandosa Erebar. A client of ours wants some dirt on the Erebar family. Apparently, Gandosa Erebar has a copy of this book, which has been banned by the temple. Fetch the book and return it to me. I have to admit, I'm a bit curious myself. Now I want to read it. Boethia's pillow book. Interesting. He did...
You may speak.
Do you train? No, I'm afraid not. My previous services are one of the sweet privileges of rank of the Thieves Guild members, so... Okay, pillow talk. The Erebar family, wasn't that just where I was? I could use better training and more training and security. Okay, well, let's see if that's the same place. It is the same place where I just was. So the daughter of the Erebar family.
You have my attention, Outlander.
I don't know what somebody has against them. No, this is the private quarters. Oh, so much space for everything. It's actually quite ridiculous. I don't know if this is the way to it or not, but you know what? I'm gonna go look. Expensive shoes. Nope. Good thief doesn't just grab everything they see. I don't know if this is it. Oh, A good thief makes it look like they were never there at all. Till you go looking for the item.
Hello, Outlander.
So I take
May
it
help
since
you?
it's to the right of the room that I was before. This is the parents. I was here before.
You have my
name?
attention, Outlander.
Gandosa Aerobar.
Champion and legionary.
It's truly a pleasure
How
to see
can I
you.
do for you?
You're a part of the Airbar Manor. You're, you're Gandosa Airbar, aren't you? You and your little secrets. Personally, I don't want slaves. No one I know has any, but it's our right to have slaves by law and custom, and you Outlanders must learn to respect the traditions of our people. I am one of your people, and I don't respect that law either. Okay. I know I opened these last time. I have the log splitter. I can open it. Here it is. Skooma. Doesn't mean she's an addict. Maybe she just partakes in it a little bit once in a while, like I do. Seems to drive Khajiit nuts, though. I just get really energized, and it's like
You have my attention, I suppose.
it's like sugar directly into you. My head gets a little messed up, but I don't ever felt the need to keep on consuming it like skooma addicts do. Alright, let's go find Angoth again. Return to him. Nighttime again. After this I'll go to Margan, and then I'll return to see if Julan is alright.
You may speak.
Any luck getting hold of Boethia's pillow book? I'm sure Ganosa has a copy. Here you go. Yes, here it is. Interesting books these Dunmer have. We're getting paid well for this job. I look over the emergency supplies here and found a ring, an amulet you might like. Just don't tell anyone I gave them to you, eh? Amulet of Far Silence, Chameleon Ring. Okay, do you have any more jobs? There's another book I want you to fetch for me. It's called Withershins. Ah, another client wants us to find a copy of this book for him. It's not for sale, if you know what I mean. I've heard that Miles Gloriosus over at the Andis Trade House in Margan has a copy. Oh, I have to go there anyways, but you know what? I have a copy of that book. I gave it to Julan to hold on to it. It's possible to get an advancement. No one questions your skills as a thief, but some question your loyalty. You should do more jobs for your brother thieves. Alright, thank you.